Welcome to Dr. Faustus. The runtime is 2.5 hours, including a 15-minute interval. The content warnings are mentioned, sexual assault, present, abuse, self-harm, eating disorders, suicide, violence, death and dying, blood, mental illness, misgendering, hateful language against religious groups, torture, fatphobia, sexism and misogyny, and occultism. Thank you for coming. We hope you enjoy this production of Dr. Faustus.
Not marching through the fields of Terrazine where Mars did make the warlike Carthaginians, nor sporting in the dalliance of love in courts of kings where state is overturned, nor in the pomp of proud audacious deeds intends our muse to vaunt his heavenly births. Only this, gentles, we must now perform the form of Faustus's fortunes, good or bad. Now to patient judgments we appeal and speak of Faustus in his infancy. Now he is born of parents' place of stock in Germany within a town called Rode. At riper years to Wittenberg he went, whereas his kinsmen chiefly brought him up. So much he profits in divinity, the fruitful plot of scholarism graced, that shortly he was graced with doctor's name. Excelling all and sweetly can dispute in heavenly matters of theology, till swollen of a cunning of a self-conceit, his waxen wings did mount above his reach, and, melting, heaven conspired his overthrow. For falling to a devilish exercise and glutted with learning's golden gifts, he surfeits upon cursed necromancy. Nothing as sweet as magic is to him, which he prefers before his chiefest bliss, and this the man that in his study sits.
Philosophy is the only valid lens which any good man
the one you need.
Thy studies, Faustus, begin to sound the depth of that thou wilt profess. Having commenced, be divine in show, yet level at the end of every art.
And live and die in Aristotle's work, sweet analytics, 'tis thou hast ravished Faustus. Good disputation is the goal of logic.
Is to dispute well logic's chiefest end? Force this art no greater miracle. Then read no more, thou hast attained that end. A greater subject fitteth Faustus' wit.
And Galen come, where the philosopher leaves off, the physician begins. Be a physician, Faustus. Heap up gold and be eternized for some wondrous cure. The highest good. Medical health.
The end of physic is our body's health. Why, Faustus, hast thou not attained that end? And not thy bills hung up as monuments whereby whole cities have escaped the plague, 1,000 desperate maladies been cured, yet art thou still but Faustus, and a man. Couldst thou make men to live eternally, being dead raise them to life again? Then this profession were to be esteemed. Physic, farewell. Where's Justinian?
Siune demque res legator duobus alterem alter velorem re. If one and the same thing is given as a legacy to two or more persons,
Oh, a petty case of paltry legacies.
Exhaite dirte filium sum non potes non paternis.
Such is the subject of the Institute. Universal body of the law. This study. It's a mercenary drudge who aims at nothing but external trash. Too servile and illiberal for me. When all is done,
Divinity is best. Jerome's Bible, Faustus. View it well. The reward of sin is death.
The reward of sin is death. That's odd.
If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and there is no truth in us.
Why then be like, we must sin? Huh? And so consequently die. Aye, we must die. An everlasting death. What doctrine call you this? Que sera, sera. What will be, shall be. Divinity. Adieu.
These metaphysics of magicians and necromantic books are heavenly. Lines, circles, characters, letters.
Aye. These are those that Faustus most desires.
Oh, what a world of profit and delight, of power and omnipotence is promised to the studious artisan. All that moves between the world's quiet poles shall be at thy command. Emperors and kings are but obeyed in their several provinces, but he whose dominion doth exceed in this stretcheth as far as doth the mind of man. A sound magician is a mighty god. Here, Faustus, try thy brains to gain a deity.
Ah, Wagner. Commend me to my dearest friends, German Voldes and Cornelius. Request them earnestly to visit me.
I will, sir.
Their conference will be a greater help to me than all my labours, while I ne'er so fast.
O Faustus, lay that down book aside and gaze not on it, lest it tempt thy soul and heap of heavy wrath upon thy head. This is blasphemy. Read the scriptures.
Go forward, Faustus! In that famous art wherein all nature's treasure is contained. Be thou on earth as Jove is in the sky, lord and commander of these elements.
How am I glutted with conceit of this? Shall I make spirits fetch me what I please? Resolve me of all ambiguities, perform what desperate enterprise I will. I'll have them fly to India for gold, ransack the ocean for orient pearls, search the corners of the new-found world for pleasant fruits, princely delicates. I'll have them read me strange philosophy, tell all the secrets of foreign kings. I'll have them wall all Germany with brass, make swift Rhine, circle fair Wittenberg. I'll have them fill the public schools with silk wherewith all students shall be bravely clad. Come, German Voldes, Cornelius, make me blessed with your sage conference. Ah, Voldes, sweet Voldes and Cornelius, know that your words have won me at last to practice magic and concealed arts, but not your words alone, but mine own fantasy that receives no object for my head but ruminates on necromantic skill. Philosophy is odious, obscure, both law and physic are for petty wits. Divinity, basest of the three. 'Tis magic. Magic that hath ravished me. Then, gentle friends, aid me in this attempt, and I that have, with concise syllogisms, gravelled the pastors of the German church, made the flowering pride of Wittenberg swarm to my debates, as the infernal spirits on sweet Musaeus will be as cunning as Agrippa was, whose shadows made all Europe honour him.
Oh, Faustus!
These books, thy wit and our experience, shall make all nations to canonize us. As Indian Moors obey their Spanish lords, so shall the subjects of every nation always be serviceable to us three. Oh, like lions shall they guard us when we please. Sometimes like women, from white maids, shadowing more beauty in their airy brows than in the white breasts of the Queen of Love. From Venice shall they pull great argosies, and from America, the golden fleece that yearly stuffs old Philip's treasury. If, Lady Faustus, be resolute.
Bodies! As resolute am I in this as thou art to live. Therefore doubt it not.
The miracles that magic will perform will make thee vow to study nothing else. He that is grounded in astrology, enriched with tongues, well seen in minerals, hath all the principles that magic doth require. Then doubt not, Faustus, but to be renowned, and more, frequented for this mystery, then heretofore the Delphian oracle. The spirits tell me they can dry the sea and fetch all the treasure from all foreign wrecks. Aye, all the wealth that our forefathers hid within the massy entrails of the earth. And tell me, Faustus, what shall we three want?
Nothing. Oh, Cornelius, how this cheers my soul. Come, show me some demonstrations magical, that I may conjure in some lusty grove and have these joys in full possession.
Then hasten thee to some solitary grove, and bear wise Bacon and Albanas's works, and whatever so else is requisite ere our conference cease.
Foldies, first let him know the words of art, and then, all other ceremonies learned, Faustus may try his cunning by himself. No, go on.
First, I'll instruct thee in the rudiments, and then thou wilt be perfecter than I.
And then come and dine with me, and after meat we'll canvass every quiddity thereof. For ere I sleep, I'll try what I may. This night, I'll conjure, though I die therefore.
What the hell was that?
Trying, Mum.
But we can't do that,
Faustus that was wont to make our schools ring with sic proverb.
Sick proverb.
I prove it thus.
Yes. Well, that we shall know, for here sits his boy.
Where's thy master?
God in heaven knows.
Why dost thou not know?
Yes, I know, but that follows not.
Well, go to you, sinner! No, leave your jesting and tell us where he is.
That follows not, necessary by force of argument. You being my sentient should stand upon it. Now, acknowledge your error and be attentive.
Wait, well, why dost thou not say thou knewest?
Hast thou any witness on it?
Yeah, sinner! I heard you.
Yes.
Well, my fight.
Ask me if I be a thief.
So well, you will not tell us.
Oh, I will, sir. But if you were not dunces, you would not ask me such a question. For is not he corpus natural?
What does that mean?
A body.
Yeah,
capable of movement.
Yeah.
Then why should you ask me such a question? But that I am by nature calm, slow to wrath, and I would say prone to love. I would say it were not for you to come within 40 foot of the place of execution, but I do not doubt to see you both hanged to the next sessions. Thus, having triumphed over you, I shall set my countenance like a precision and begin to speak thus. Truly, my dear brethren, my master is within a dinner with Voldes and Cornelius. This wine, my dear brethren, if you could speak, would inform your worships. Now, may the Lord bless you, preserve you, and keep you, my dear, brethren.
Excuse
Faustus! Now I fear, which I have long suspected, that he has fallen into that damned art which those two are infamous throughout the world.
Well, were he a stranger, not allayed to me, the danger of his soul would make me more. But come, and let us see what we can do, and go and inform the rector, for it may be that his grave counsel might reclaim him.
No, I feel me nothing no reclaiming now.
Oh, yes, let us go and see what we can do. Oh, yeah.
Now but the gloomy shadows of the earth, longing to view Orion's drizzling look, leaps from the Antarctic earth unto the sky and dims the welkin with her pitchy breath.
Faustus, begin thine incantations, and try if devils will obey thy hest, seeing thou hast prayed and sacrificed to them.
Within this circle is Jehovah's name, forward, backward, anagrammatized, the abbreviated names of holy saints, figures of every adjunct to the heavens, by which the spirits are enforced to rise.
Then fear not, Faustus, but be resolute, and try the utmost that magic can perform.
Sint mihi, de accerantis propiti, valeat numen triplex Jehovah, igni, Iaria, quanti spiritus salvete, orientis princeps Lucifer, hadentien von Monarcha et Demogorgon proputiamos vos, et appariat et sorgat Mephistopheles! Dragon, by Jehovah, Jaina and the holy water I now throw, by our holy prayers may Mephistopheles herself arise at my command! A charging return change I shame, thou art too ugly to attend on me! See this virtue in my heavenly words?
Now, Faustus, what wouldst thou have me do?
I charge thee to wait upon me whilst I live, to do whatever Faustus shall command me, to make the moon drop from her sphere, oceans overwhelm the world.
I am servant to great Lucifer. I may not follow thee without her leave. No more than she commands.
Did not she charge thee to appear to me?
No. I came hither of mine own accord.
Did not my conjuring raise thee? Speak.
That was the cause, but yet by accident. For when we hear one rack the name of God, abjure his scriptures and his Saviour Christ, we fly in hope to get his glorious soul. Nor will we come unless he use such means whereby he is in danger to be damned. Therefore the shortest cut to conjuring is to stably abjure all godliness and pray devoutly to the Prince of...
So Faustus hath already done, and holds this principle. There is no chief, but only Lucifer, to whom Faustus doth dedicate himself. This word. Damnation. Terrifies not me. For I confound hell in Elysium. My ghost, leave the old philosophers. But leave this. Tell me, what is that Lucifer, thy lord?
Archregent and Prince of Hell.
Was not that Lucifer an angel once?
Yes, Faustus, the most dearly loved of God.
How comes it then? She is prince of devils.
By aspiring pride and insolence for which God threw her from the face of heaven.
And what are you that live with Lucifer?
Unhappy spirits that live with Lucifer. Conspired against our God with Lucifer. And are forever damned with Lucifer.
And where are you damned?
In hell.
How comes it then that one comes of hell?
Why? This is nor am I out of it. Thinkest thou that the face of God tasted the eternal joys of heaven and not torment the 10,000 else for being deprived of everlasting bliss?
Oh, Faust. Forget these frivolous demands which strike a terror to my fainting soul.
What is great Mephistopheles so passionate for being deprived of enjoyment? No, Faustus, scorn those joys I never shall possess. Go! Return to mighty Lucifer. Seeing Faustus hath incurred eternal death by desperate thoughts against Jove's deities, say that he surrenders up to her his soul so that she will spare him 24 years, letting him live in all voluptuousness, having thee ever to attend on me, to give me whatsoever I shall ask, to tell me whatsoever I shall demand, slay my enemies, and to aid my friends, and to always be obedient to my will. Go. Return, mighty Lucifer, and then meet me in my study at midnight, and then resolve me of thy master's mind.
Faustus. I will.
Had I as many souls as there be stars, I'd give them all for Mephistopheles. By her, I'll make a bridge, thorough the moving air to pass the ocean. With a band of men, I'll bind the hills that join the Afric shore, I'll make that country the continent to Spain, and both contributory to my crown. Now that I have obtained what I desired, I'll live in speculation of this art till Mephistopheles return again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Zero, boy. Come hither.
Ow, boy. Swoons! Boy! I hope you've seen as many boys with such picky demands as I have. Boy! Quaffer.
Sirrah, hast thou no comings in?
Yes, I'm goings out too, you may see, sir.
Oh, alas, poor slave, see how poverty jests in her nakedness. I know the villain is so hungry and out of service that she would sell her soul to the devil for a shoulder of mutton, though it were blood raw.
My soul to the devil for a shoulder of mutton. That were blood raw! Not so neither. No. Ah! I have means to have it well roasted. Good sauce to it too, if I pay so dearly, I can tell you.
Oh, Sirrah, wilt thou be my servant and wait on me, and I will make you go like you who are my student?
What, in verse?
No, in beaten silk and stately.
Stavesacre. Ah! That's good to kill vermin. Ah! Then belike if I should serve you, I should be as louse. Lousy.
So thou will whether thou beest with me or not. But Sirrah, leave thy jestings and bind thyself to me for 7 years. Or I shall turn all the lice about thee into familiars, and they shall tear thee into pieces.
Do you hear, sir? You may save that labour, they're too familiar with me already. Ah! Swoons! They're as bold in my flesh as if they needed to pay for my meat and drink.
Well, do you hear, sir? Sirrah, hold these guilders.
Goujons, what be they?
My French crown.
French! French! Oh, French! But for the name of French crowns, a man were as good as half as many English counters. What should I do with these?
How now, Sirrah? Thou art an hour's warning whensoever or wheresoever the devil shall fetch thee.
No. Take your goujons again. Oh, truly we shall.
Okay. Bear witness, I gave them to her.
Oh, bear witness, I'll give them you again. Oh.
Well, I shall send for 2 devils presently to fetch thee away. Barley oil and Belcher.
Let your Benny and Bjorn come here, and I'll knock them. They were never so knocked since they were devils. Say I should kill one of them. What would folks say? Do you see yonder tall fellow in the round slop? She's killed the devil! Ah! And so I should be called... Kill devil! All the parish over! Kill devil.
Over there.
Huh? On them. They have vile long nails. Oh, there was a he-devil and a she-devil. And I'll tell you why I know a he-devil has horns and she-devils have clefts and cloven feet.
Well, Sirrah, follow me.
But do you hear, Whitener? Would you teach me to raise up Banios and Belchy?
I will teach you to turn thyself to anything. A dog or a cat. Or a mouse, or a rat, or anything.
How? A Christian fellow to a dog or a cat, a mouse or a rat? Not so neither. If you turn me into anything, let it be the likeness of a pretty little frisky flea, so that I may be here and there and everywhere. Oh, I'll tickle the pretty wench's planet. I'll be amongst them in faith.
Well, Sarah, come.
Over to you here, Wagner.
How? Barry Oil and Belcher?
Waggy! Let them go to sleep!
Villain? Call me Wagner.
Oh, Waggy!
Wagner.
Wag!
Stay
Wagner!
Sicher?
Wag!
It's Wagner.
Wag! Wag!
Close enough. And with our left arm diametrically fixed upon my right heel. Quasi vestigilas nostras insistere, as in to follow in our footsteps.
God help me, he speaks Dutch. Well, I'll follow him, I'll serve him, that's flat.
Is it not midnight? Come, Mephistopheles. Come, Mephistopheles.
Oh, Faustus, must thou needs be damned? Canst thou not be saved?
What boots it then to think on God or heaven? Away with such vain fancies and despair. Despair in God and trust in Lucifer. Go no backward, Faustus. Be resolute.
Something sounded in my ear.
Abjure this magic and turn to God again. I and Faustus will turn to God again.
To God? He loves me not.
The God thou servest is thine own appetite, wherein is fixed the love of Lucifer.
To her I'll build an altar and a church.
Leave this execrable art.
Go forward, Faustus, in that famous art.
For contrition, prayer, repentance, what of them?
They are means to bring me onto heaven.
Rather illusions, fruits of lunacy that make men do trust them most.
Faustus, think of heaven and of heavenly things.
No, Faustus, think of honour and of wealth.
Of wealth. Why the Signory of Emden shall be mine. When Mephistopheles shall stand by me, what God can hurt thee, Faustus? Thou art safe. Cast no more doubts. Mephistopheles, come, bring glad tidings from great Lucifer. Mephistopheles, tell me, what says Lucifer, thy lord?
That I shall wait on Faustus whilst I live, so he will buy my service with his soul.
Already Faustus hath hazarded that for thee.
But, Faustus, thou must bequeath it solemnly, write it in manner in a deed of gift, for that security craves great. If thou deny it, I will back to hell.
Stay! Sweet Mephistopheles, and tell me, what good will my soul do thy Lord?
Enlarge her kingdom.
How is that the reason she tempts us thus?
Misery loves company.
Have you that torture others any pain?
As great as have the human souls of men. But tell me, Faustus, shall I have thy soul? And I will be thy slave, and wait on thee, and give thee more than thou hast wit to ask.
Aye, Mephistopheles, I give it thee.
Then Faustus, stand thy arm courageously, that some certain day great Lucifer may claim it as her own, and then be thou as great as Lucifer.
No, Mephistopheles, for love of thee I cut mine arm courageously, and with my proper blood assure my great soul to be Lucifer's chief lord, regent, perpetual knight. View here this blood that trickles from mine arm, let it be propitious for my wish.
But, Faustus, thou must bequeath it in manner in a deed of gift.
I so I do. My blood congeals. I can write no more.
I'll fetch thee fire to dissolve it straight.
What by the stain of my blood portend? Is it unwilling I should write this bill? Why streams it not that I may write afresh? Faustus gives to thee his soul. There it stayed. Shouldst thou not? Is not thy soul thine own? And write again. Faustus gives to thee his soul.
Here is fire, Faustus. Set it on.
Yeah, the blood begins to clear. I will make an end immediately.
What will I not do to obtain his soul?
It is finished. The bill is ended. And Faustus hath bequeathed his soul to Lucifer. What is this inscription on my arm? Fly, man. Whither should I fly? But to heaven, he'll throw me down. My senses are deceived. His nothing writ, even yet I see it plain. Fly, man. Yet shall not Faustus fly.
I'll fetch him something somewhat to delight his mind.
Mephistopheles, The next page, next page! Mephistopheles, what means this show?
Nothing, Faustus, but to delight thy mind withal and show thee what magic can perform.
But may I raise up such spirits when I please?
Aye, and do greater things than this.
Then, Mephistopheles, there's enough for 1,000 souls. Here. Receive this deed. A gift of body and of soul, but yet conditionally that thou perform all articles between us both.
Faustus, I swear by Hell and Lucifer to effect all promises between us both.
Then hear me read it. On these conditions following. First, that Faustus may be a spirit in form and substance. Secondly, that Mephistopheles shall be his servant and be by him commanded. Thirdly, that Mephistopheles shall do for him and bring him whatsoever. Fourthly, that she shall be in his chamber or house invisible. Lastly, that she shall appear to the said John Faustus at all times, in what shape and form soe'er he please. I, John Faustus of Wittenberg, doctor, by these presents do give both body and soul to Lucifer, Prince of the East, and her minister, Mephistopheles, and furthermore grant unto them that 24 years being expired, and these articles written, being inviolate, full power to fetch or carry the said John Faustus, body, soul, flesh, blood, into their habitation, wheresoever. By me, John Faustus.
You delivered this as your deed.
Take it. Devil, devil give thee good of it.
Now, Faustus, ask me what thou wants.
First, I will question thee about hell. Tell me, where is the place that men call hell?
Under the heavens,
I saw all things else whereabouts.
within these elements where we are contained and are tortured forever. Hell hath no limits, nor is circumscribed to one self-place, but where we are is hell. And where hell is must we ever be. And to conclude, when all the world dissolves, and every creature shall be purified, all places shall be hell, that is not heaven.
I think hell's a fable.
I think so. To experience change thy mind.
Why dost thou think Faustus shall be damned?
I have necessity, for here is the scroll in which thou hast bequeathed thy soul to Lucifer.
Aye, body too. What of that? Thinkest thou Faustus is so fond to imagine there is any pain after this life? These are trifles, mere old wives' tales.
But I am an instance to prove the contrary,
For I will tell thee, I am now damned in hell.
Now, in hell. Huh. How? Nay, and this be hell. I'll willingly be damned here. What? Sleeping, eating, walking, disputing, etc. Leaving off this. Let me have a wife, for I am wanton and lascivious and cannot live without a wife.
Oh, I prithee Faustus, talk not of a wife.
Nay, fetch me one, I'll have one.
Faustus, marriage is once a ceremonial toy, if thou lovestly, think no more of it. I'll cull thee out the fairest courtesans and bring them every morning to thy bed. She, whom thine eye shall like thy heart, shall have. Were she as chaste as was Penelope, as wise as Saba, or as beautiful as was bright Lucifer before her fall. But, here, take this book. Peruse it thoroughly. The iterating of those lines brings forth gold. The framing of that circle upon the ground brings forth whirlwinds, tempests, thunder, and lightning. Pronounce that thrice devoutly to thyself, and men in armour shall appear to thee, ready to execute what thou desirest.
Thanks, Mephistopheles. Yet fain would I have a book where I might see all spells Incantations that I may raise up such spirits when I please.
Yeah, here in this book.
Yet would I have one book, where I might see all planets and heavens, that I might know their motions, their dispositions.
Here they are too.
Nay, let me have one book more. And then I have done, where I might see all plants, herbs, trees that grow upon the earth.
Here they be.
Oh, thou art deceived.
Tut, I warrant thee.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was very funny. Oh.
Oh, this is admirable! Here I have stolen one of Dr. Faustus's conjuring books, all out of faith. I mean to search some circles for my own use. Oh. Where are the circles? Yes. Oh, now when I have all the maidens of my parish dance before me, stark naked. Oh, for my pleasure. And in faith, I'll see more than I ever felt or saw yet.
Robin, you must come and walk the horses.
Oh, I'll walk the horses.
Yes.
A scorned faith, I'm other matters in hand.
Oh.
Let the horses walk themselves and they will.
What are you doing?
A by itself. T-H-E, they. They.
This is the.
O by itself. O. Dini.
Deny.
Dini.
Don't deny it. In the book.
Dini. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh God, it's right there in the book.
Keep further away from me, thou illiterate and unlearned hostler!
Come, Robin, what dost thou with that same book? Thou canst not read.
Yes, the master and mistress shall tell you I can read. He for his forehead, she for her own private study. She's born to bear with me or else me art fails.
Yeah, why, Robin, what book is that?
What book?
Yeah.
What book?
Yeah.
Why? The most intolerable book for conjuring that e'er was invented by any brimstone devil!
Canst thou conjure with it?
Thou shalt see presently. Oh. Keep on the circle, I say! Lest I send it to the ultimate and the open circle! It's all right after me! I've only got this circle!
Come, you best leave your foolery, for my master come, he'll conjure you. Faith, whack!
Oh, the master comes to me. Oh, let him come, and I'll clap a fair pair of horns on's head as e'er thou sawest in thy life.
Well, you need not do that for my mistress, or you've done it. Yeah.
Aye, there be of us here that have waded as deep into such matters as other men, if they be disposed to talk.
I knew a play take you. I knew you were sneak about nothing. Really, in good Sanders, Robin. Is that actually a conjuring book?
Say what else have me do, and I'll do it. If thou were to dance naked, take off thy clothes, and I'll come to thee about presently.
Right, let's go, let's do
Yeah.
it, let's go!
No! No!
Oh, did you know?
But go to the tavern
Yeah, tavern!
with me,
Yeah!
and I'll give thee red wine, white wine, claret wine, sack, muscadine, malmazine, whipping crust. Oh, belly hold! I will not pay a penny for it.
Oh, I'm privy, let's do it presently, but not in this circle! Let's privy, let's do it presently, for I am as dry as a dog.
Come here. That's the way.
Oh, get out, not in it!
Get out! More circles!
When I behold the heavens, then I repent, and curse thee, wicked Mephistopheles, for thou hast deprived me of those joys.
'Twas thine own seeking, Faustus. Thank thyself, didst thou? The heaven is such a glorious thing. I'll tell thee, Faustus, it is not half so fair as thou or any man that breathe on earth.
How provest thou that?
'Twas made for man, and therefore man is more excellent.
It was made for man, 'twas made for me. I will renounce this magic and repent.
Faustus, repent! I am God will pity thee.
Thou art a spirit, God cannot pity thee.
Who buzzeth in mine ears? I am a spirit, be I a devil, yet God may pity me. God will pity me if I repent.
But Faustus never shall repent.
Is it not too late?
Too late.
Never too late if Faustus can repent.
If thou repent, devils shall tear thee in pieces.
Repent and they will never raise their skin.
My heart, so hardened, I cannot repent. Scarce can I name faith, salvation, heaven, but fearful echoes thunder in mine ears.
Faustus, thou art damned.
Then swords, knives, poison guns, halters, and venom steel are laid before me. Dispatch myself. Look at this! I should have slain myself. Look at this! I should have done the deed. Not sweet pleasure conquered deep despair. Have not I made blind Homer sing to me of Alexander's love, Odeon's death, and have not he that built the walls of Thebes with ravishing sound from melodious harp made music with my Mephistopheles? Why should I die? Or basely despair? I'm resolved. Faustus shall never repent. Come, Mephistopheles, let us dispute again and argue of divine astrology. Tell me, are there many heavens above the moon, and all celestial bodies but one globe, as is the substance of this centric earth?
As are the elements, so are the heavens. Even from the moon unto her imperial orb are mutually folded into each other's spheres, and jointly move upon one axle tree, whose termine is termed the world's wide whole. Nor are the names of Saturn, Mars, or Jupiter famed, but are evening stars.
Aye, but have they all one motion, as by their directions of time required by the movement about the earth?
All jointly move from east to west in 420 hours upon the poles of the world, but differ in their motion upon the poles of the zodiac.
Tush! Well, these slender trifles Wagner can decide. Of Mephistopheles no greater skill. Who knows not the double motion of the planets? And the first, in a natural day, the second, thus, Saturn in 30 years, Jupiter in 12, Mars in 4. Sun, Venus, Mercury in a year, the moon in 28 days. These are freshman suppositions. But tell me, how many heavens or spheres are there?
9. The 7 planets, the firmament, and the imperial heaven.
Wow. Resolve me in this question. Why have we not conjunctions, oppositions, aspects, eclipses all at one time? But in some years more, in some less.
Because of their unequal motion with respect to the whole pattern.
Well, I'm answered. Now, tell me, who made the world?
I will not.
Sweet Mephistopheles, tell me.
Move me not, Faustus, for I will not tell thee.
Villain, have not I bound thee to tell me anything?
That is not against our kingdom, this is. Think thou of hell, Faustus, for thou art damned.
Think Faustus upon God that made the world.
Remember this.
I go, accursed spirit, to ugly hell! Tis thou as damned, poor Faustus' soul. My Christ! My Christ! Help to save distressed Faustus' soul.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Christ cannot save their soul, for he is just. There's none but I have interest in saving.
What art thou that looks so terribly?
I am Lucifer, convinced of...
Lord Faustus, you have come to fetch thy soul!
We have come to tell thee thou dost injure us. Thou callest on Christ, contrary to thy promise. Faustus, think not on God. Think on the devil, and her damned too.
Nor will I, henceforth. pardon me. In this request, Faustus vows never to look to heaven, never to name God, pray to him, to burn his scriptures, slay his ministers, make my spirits pull his...
So shall thou be an obedient servant. Do so, and you will highly gratify me for. Faustus, we have come to thee in person from hell to show thee some pastime. Sit, and thou shalt behold the 7 deadly sins in their own proper forms and lights.
That sight will be as pleasant to me as paradise was to Adam the first day of his creation.
It's a paradise, no creation. But mark this show. Talk of the devil and nothing else. Now, Faustus, examine them of their several names and dispositions.
What's this? First!
Oh, this is pride. It disdains to have any purpose. No, it is like to own its flea. It can creep into every corner of a way. Sometimes like a painting, it sits upon her brow. Next, like a necklace, it hangs about her neck. Then, like a fan of feathers, it kisses her. And then turning itself into a root, do what it lives. Why, what a smell is here? No, it will not speak a word more for a king's ransom, unless the ground be perfumed and clothed with iris.
Proud knave! Indeed. 1 second.
Oh, that is covetousness. Begotten of an old shell in an old leather bag. Oh, I might have had it in wish. It would desire that this house and all the people in it would turn to gold. But it might look you up in its good chest. Oh, it's sweet gold.
Third. Show me the third.
Oh, that is right. It didn't need a father nor mother. It leapt out of a lion's mouth when it was scarce half an hour old. And ever since, it ran up and down this world with its case of rapiers, wounding itself. It had no body to fight with all. Oh. It was born in hell. Look to it. For some of you shall be its father.
Fourth. Show me fourth.
That is envy. Forgotten that chimneys store. It cannot read, and therefore it all books of birth. Oh, it is leanness and ugly. Oh, there would come a famine all over the world. Who might die and it live alone? Then thou would see how fat it be. But must thou sit and it stand? Oh, come down with a vengeance.
Out! Envious wretch! What's the fifth?
Who Faustus? Oh, that is gluttony. His parents are all dead. A devil of Ellie, they have left but a small tent that buys it 30 meals a day. A small child of 17. Oh, it comes of a royal parish. Its grandfather was the leg of gammon bacon. His grandmother a hogshead of claret wine. His grandfather cookies. Peter pickle herring and Martin was But his godmother, she was a jolly gentlewoman, much beloved in every city and town. Her name was Marjorie Marchville. Oh, thou hast got all its progeny. Thou bit.
No, fear hand! It ain't up for my victim!
Oh, then the devil will choke you.
Check myself! What's the signal?
That is sloth. Begotten on a sunny bank, where it has lain out of since. And thou hast done it great injustice to bring it here. Oh, let it be carried thither again. Home. Oh, I shall not speak another word for king's ransom.
Seven. The last.
Faustus, Mistress Minx, one that loves an inch of raw flesh better than a mountain of food. And the first letter of its name begins with lechery. Away to hell. To hell. Now, Faustus, how dost thou like this?
This feeds my soul.
Oh, Faustus, in hell is all manner of delight.
My eyes see hell and return again. How happy were I then.
Oh, thou shalt. I'll send for thee at midnight. In the meantime, take this book. Peruse it thoroughly, and thou shalt turn into whatever shape thou wilt.
Thanks, great Lucifer, this will I keep as chary as my life.
Farewell, Faustus, and think on the devil.
Thanks, mighty Lucifer. Come, Mephistopheles.
Learned Faustus, to find the secrets of astronomy graven in the book of Jove's high firmament, did mount him up to scale Olympus's top, where, sitting in a chariot burning bright, drawn by the strength of yoked dragon's necks, he did view the clouds, the planets, the stars, the tropic zones, and the quarters of the sky from the bright circle of the horned moon. And whirling round with this circumference within the concave compass of the poles, from east to west his dragons swiftly glide, and in 8 days did bring him home again.
Not long stayed he within his quiet house to rest his bones after his weary toil, but new exploits do bring him out again. And then, mounted upon a dragon's back, with whose wings did part the subtle air, is gone forth to brew cosmography, which measures coasts and kingdoms of the earth, and as I guess, will arrive first at Rome, to see the Pope in manner of his court, and take some part in Holy Peter's feast, for which this day is highly solemn.
Having now, my good Mephistopheles, passed with delight the stately town of Trier, environed round with airy mountain tops, with walls of flint, deep entrenched lakes, not to be won by any conquering prince. From Paris next, coasting the realm of France, we saw River Main fall into Rhine, whose banks are set with groves of fruitful vines. then up the Nepals, rich campagna! The buildings fair and gorgeous to the eye, the streets straight forth, paved with finest brick, quarter the town in 4 equivalents. There saw we Leonard Maro's golden tomb, the way he cut an English mile in length in a rock of stone in one night's space. From next to Venice, Padua, and the rest, midst of which a sumptuous temple stands that threats the stars with her aspiring top.
Thus
and
hitherto Faustus hath spent his time.
Speak, Mephistopheles, what resting place is this? Ha! As thou, as I did command, conducted me within the walls of Rome.
I have, my Faustus. And because you will not be unprovided for, I have taken up His Holiness's privy chamber for our use.
I hope His Holiness will bid us welcome.
Tut, 'tis no matter, man will be bold with his good cheer. And so, my Faustus, that thou mightst know what Rome containeth to delight thee with, know that this city stands upon 7 hills, that underprop the groundwork of the same, upon which 4 stately bridges lean, that mark safe passage to each part of Rome.
Piazzale le Monte Carlo.
That mark safe passage to each part of Rome, and erected. Erected is a castle passing strong, Ponto Angelo, within whose walls such ordinances are, double cannons framed with carved brass, as many days to one complete year, and besides the gates and high pyramids which Julius Caesar brought back from
Largo di Torre Argentina! Now, by the kingdoms of infernal rule, of Styx, Acheron, the ever-burning lakes of fiery Phlegeton, I do swear that I long to see the monuments and situation of bright, splendent Rome. Come therefore, let's away.
Yea, Faustus, yea. I know you fain to see the Pope and manner of his court, and take some part in Holy Peter's feast, the which this day, in high solemnity, is held throughout Rome and Italy in honour of the Pope's triumphant victory.
Sweet Mephistopheles, thou pleasest me. Whilst I am here on this earth, let me be cloyed with all things that delight the heart of man. For my 24 years of liberty, I'll spend in pleasure and in dalliance. That Faustus' name, whilst this bright frame doth stand, shall be known throughout the furthest land.
'Tis well said, Faustus. Come then, stand by me, and thou shalt see them come immediately.
Stay, sweet Mephistopheles. Grant me my request, and then I go. Thou knowest, within the compass of 8 days, we saw the face of heaven, of earth, and hell so high, our dragons soared into the air, that looking down, the earth appeared to me no bigger than my hand in quantity. There did we view the kingdoms of the world, and what might pleasest mine eye, I there beheld. There, in this show, let me an actor be, that proud Pope may Faustus cunning see.
Let it be so, my Faustus. But first, stand and view their triumphs as they pass this way, and then devise what best contents thy mind, whether coming in thine art to cross the Pope, or dash the pride of this solemnity, or to beat the beads about the friars' pates, or clap huge horns upon cardinals' heads, or any villainy thou canst devise.
Sweet Mephistopheles, so charm me here, that I may walk invisible to all, do whatever I please, unseen of any.
You shall, Faustus, then kneel down presently, and as I lay my hand upon thy head, and charm thee with this magic word. First, where this and then invisible to all are here, the planets 7 through the gloomy air, hell and the furious forge air, Pluto's blue fire, and Hecat's tree with magic not been served.
Sweet Mephistopheles, I thank thee. Now, friars, take heed, as Faustus make your shaven crowns to bleed.
By authority apostolical, thus Peter's heirs should tread on emperors and walk upon any dreadful adder's back, treading the lion and the dragon down. Thus fearless spurn the killing basilisk, will we quell any haughty schismatic? For is not all power on earth bestowed upon us? Even if we wanted, we can do no wrong. Behold, this silver belt, upon which is fixed 7 silver keys, fast sealed with 7 seals, in token of our 7 to bind orders, look fast, condemn, judge,
Yes.
resign, or seal, or what so pleases us. And then all the unbelievers in all the world shall stoop and be assured of our dreadful curse. Too light, as heavy as the pains of hell.
Let us salute his reverend fatherhood.
My Lord Archbishop will please you come on here.
Oh, do the devil church you when you spare!
How now? Who is that which spoke? Friars, look about. Look about. Look about. Look about.
Is nobody, if not your holiness?
My Lord, oh yes. This here dainty dish sent from the Bishop of Milan.
I'll have that
My Lord, Bishop, this dish. Once again, my lord's full to.
Oh, how now? Must every bit be spiced with a cross? Oh, use that old trick no more, I would advise you. Nay, there's the second. Where the third? I give you fair warning. Nay, then, yeah.
I'm slain!
Come on then, what should we do now then?
Hey, what will you do? For I will tell you, Faustus, you shall be cursed with a bell.
Look! The candle.
How now? Bell, book and candle, candle, book and bell, forward and backwards, to curse Faustus to hell, nay. You shall hear a hog grunt, a calf bleat, and an ass bray, for today is St. Peter's holiday.
Let's spout our business with good devotion. Come on, Bren, get ready. Come on, Bren. I'm going to treat you. Come on. You want to have a all day. Got things to do. Shoes to do. Cursed be he that stole his holiness's wine. Malady hath thou loose. Cursed be he that stole the food from his holiness's table. Cursed be the flying books that go to Cursed be he that tickles without permission. Cursed be the tablecloth.
Maledicti Dominu. Domi who? Domi me.
Oh, no, you.
No, you.
You know my toilet in the choir? No, actually,
You know what? It's got a nice ring to it.
Come, Dick! Did not I tell thee we were forever made by this Dr. Faustus's book? Oh, here's a simple purchase for horse keepers. Our horses shall eat no hay as long as it lasts.
Tell a woman, we were best to look that your conjuring book can answer for the stealing of this cup. The hostess follows us at the hard heel.
Ah, 'tis no matter. Let her come. If she follow us, I'll so conjure her. She was never conjured in her life, I warrant her. Let me see the cup.
Here it is, look. Yonder she comes. Quick, woman, now or never. Now is the time to show thy cunning.
Hush, hush, I'll go and see her. Draw! Winter! Hostess! I hope all is paid. God be with you. Come, Dick.
Soft sir, a word with you. I'm glad I found you. You are a couple of fine companions.
Oh, thank you very much.
I must you have a goblet paid for me where you go. Pray, where's the cup you stole from the tavern?
A goblet? We steal a cup? How? I a goblet? Dick, I a goblet? Oh, take heed what you say. We look not like cup stealers. Oh, I scorn you. You are but I a goblet! Oh, search me!
I will search you. Never deny it, for I know you have it.
Oh, come, search me and spare not! Hold the cup, Dick. Oh, search me! Search me!
What say you now?
I must say somewhat to your fellow. Come now, Simon,
sir. Me, sir. Aye. You do. Set your fjord, your cup, what? I fear not you're searching. We scorn to steal your cups. I want you. The school is split. You're not gonna. Down now, sir! You should be ashamed to burden honest men with matters of truth.
Swallow you up this goblet about you. Never forsake me for the matter. For sure, the cup is between you two. One of you is behind it.
Ah, no, that's where you lie. No, it is behind us. And now it is before us.
Oh, take it away.
Oh, I'm much winking you down. I'll teach ye to impeach honest men. Stand by. I'll scour you for a goblet. Let's look at it.
Giving me again, Sarah. What mean you?
Oh, I'll tell you what I mean. I'll tickle your hostess. Oh, Dick, the cup, throw it to me. Dick, draw me a circle, get behind my back and stand up for thy life. Where are you going? Get behind me. Dick, circle, Dick, draw it.
Oh, it's not good. Oh, damn it.
Oh, hostess! You shall have your cup and on. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Say nothing, Dick! You. By itself. Oh, hostess! Oh, organ du faston! Oh, maternal Ludi Moily! Oh, Benny and the other one! Oh, Luke! Oh, Mephistopheles!
Monarch of hell, under whose black survey great pretensions do kneel with awful fear, upon whose altars thousands souls do lie, how am I vexed with these villains' charms? From Rome hither am I come, only for pleasure of these damned
What's up, lady? Oh, from Rome! Oh, you must have had a very shrewd journey of it. Oh, would it please you to take a couple of sixpence for your purse and buy yourself a nice juicy shoulder of mutton and then leave me alone? Oh, I pray you, we called you but in jest. I promise you. Oh.
to purge the rashness of this cursed deed. After Faustus had, with pleasure, taken the view of rarest things and royal courts of kings, he stayed his course and so returned home, where such as bear his absence, but in grief I mean his friends and nearest companions.
How now, Wagner? How is it with you?
Well, sir,
Did gratulate his safety with kind words and tried their conference of what befell. and touching on his journey through the world, and ere many put forth questions of astrology, which Faustus answered with such learned skill as they admired and wondered at his wit. Now is his fame spread forth in every land. Amongst the rest, the Emperor is one. Carolus V, at whose palace Faustus is now feasted amongst the noblemen. What he did there in trial of his art, I leave untold. Your eye shall see it performed. And now, with the flames of ever-burning fire, I'll wing myself and fly forth amain unto my Faustus, and to the great Emperor's court. Ooh! That's right. What are you?
Hello, officers, gentlemen, hie to the presence to attend the Emperor. Oh, good Frederick, see that the rooms be voided straight. Go back and see the state in readiness.
But with him comes the learned Faustus, the famed conjurer of Wittenberg, wonder of the world for magical art.
Yes, he intends to show great Carolus the race of all his stout progenitors, and present to his majesty the royal shapes and warlike semblances of ancient kings and his paramours.
Where's Benvolio?
Oh, fast asleep, I warrant you. He took his rouse with stoops of Rhenish wine yesternight, so kindly to Carolus's health, that all the day the sluggard keeps in bed.
Oh, see, his door is open. We'll call to him.
What ho, Benvolio?
What? A devil! Hail, you two.
Hush, lest the devil hear you, for Faustus is at the court, late arrived, and at his heels 1,000 furies attend to do whatsoever the doctor pleases.
What of this?
Well, see, if you leave thy chamber, you shall see this conjurer perform such rare exploits before the Emperor and the Pope, yet were never seen in Germany.
Well, has the Pope not enough of conjuring yet? He was upon the devil's back late enough. And if he be so far in love with him, I would he would post with him to Rome again.
Yeah. Say, will you see this sport?
Ha! Not I.
Well, now stand by my door and see it then.
Oh, aye, and I fall not asleep in the meantime.
The Emperor is at hand. He comes to see what black spells may compass me.
Well, go you attend the Emperor. I'm content for this once to thrust my head out the door. For they say, if man be drunk overnight, the devil cannot hurt him in the morning. If that be true, I have a charm in my head to control him as well as any conjurer, I warrant you.
Master Dr. Faustus, I've heard strange reports of thy knowledge in the black arts, how none in my entire empire, nor in the entire world, can compare to thee. For the rare effects of thy magic, they say thou hast a familiar spirit, by whom thou can accomplish what thou list. This, therefore, is my request, that my eyes may see some proof of thy skill, and see what my ears have heard reported. And this, therefore, I swear to thee on my imperial crown, that whatever thou doest, thou shalt be in no way prejudiced or indamaged.
In faith, he looks much like a conjurer. I didn't say it though.
These gracious words, most royal Carolus, shall make poor Faustus to his utmost power both love and serve the German Emperor. For proof whereof, if it like your grace, though I must confess myself far inferior to the reports men have published, and nothing answerable to the honour of your imperial majesty. The doctor stands prepared by power of art to cast his magic charms that shall pierce through the ebon gates of ever-burning hell, to hail stubborn furies from their caves to compass whatsoe'er your grace shall command.
Blood, he speaks terribly, but for all that, I do not believe him. Yeah, he looks as much like a conjurer as the Pope to a gospel.
Well, Dr. Faustus, mark what I I shall say. As I was set sometimes solitary within my closet, sundry thoughts arose about the honour of my ancestors. How they got by prowess such exploits, how they got such riches, how they subdued so many cities that we that do succeed, and those that shall hereafter possess our throne shall, I fear me, never achieve that same degree of high renown and authority as Alexander the Great, chief spectacle of the world's preeminence.
Okay, yeah.
The bright shining of whose glorious acts lightens the world with his reflected beams. When I hear but motion made of him, it grieves my soul I never saw the man. If therefore, by the cunning of thou art, thou canst raise this man from hollow vaults below, where lies entombed this famous conqueror, and bring with him his beauteous paramour, both in their right shapes, gestures, and attire that they used to have during their time at life. Then now we'll both satisfy my justice, desire, and give me cause to praise thee whilst I live.
My gracious lord, I am ready to accomplish your request so far forth. My power of art and my spirits are able to achieve.
With faith, that does nothing at all!
Mephistopheles, when the solemn noise of trumpets sound, bring before this royal emperor, warlike Alexander and his beauteous paramour.
Faustus, I will.
Well, Master Doctor! Ooh! And your devils come not quickly, shall have me asleep presently. Zounds, I could eat my anger, think that I've been such an ass. All this while to stand gaping as the devil's governor, and yet can see nothing.
I'll make you feel something anon, sir, if my art fail me not, but, like your grace, it is not in my ability to bring before your eyes the true, substantial bodies of Alexander and his paramour, which long since are consumed to dust.
I'd marry Master Doctor, now there's a sign of grace in you, when you confess the truth.
But such spirits as can lively resemble Alexander and his paramour shall appear before your imperial grace, which I doubt not shall sufficiently content your imperial majesty.
Go, Master Doctor, let me see them presently.
My lord, I must forewarn your majesty that when my spirits present the royal shapes of Alexander and his paramour, your grace demands no questions of the king, but in dumb silence, let them come and go.
Be it as Faustus, we are content.
Hear you, Master Doctor. You bring Alexander and his paramour before the emperor.
How then, sir?
Well, in faith, that's as true as Diana. Don't need to a stag.
Well, I'll send you the horns presently, sir. My lord, my gracious lord, see where they come. My gracious lord, you do forget yourself, these are but shadows, not substantial.
Pardon me, Master Doctor. My thoughts were so ravished with the sight of this renowned emperor that in my arms I would have compassed him. But satisfy my longing thoughts in full, let me ask this thee. I've heard it said that this lady, during her time of life, had on her neck a sort of wart or bond. How may I prove that same to be true?
My gracious lord, you may boldly go and see.
Oh, Faustus, I see it plain, and this sight better pleaseth me than if I gained another monarchy. Sure, I see now that these are not two spirits, but the true, substantial bodies of these two princes.
Away, be gone. See, my gracious lord, what strange beast is yon? It thrusts his head out at the door.
Oh, wondrous sight! Martino! Martino! A pair of spreading horns strangely fixed upon the head of young Benvolio.
What? Is he alive or dead?
He sleeps, my lord, but dreams not of his horns.
Oh, let's go wake him! What ho, Benvolio!
Thank you! Let me sleep a while.
Oh, I blame you to sleep so much with a head like thine.
Oh, look up, Benvolio, 'tis the Emperor calls!
Wait, the Emperor! Wait, Sinclair, the Emperor!
Sufficiently. Why? I thought thou was a bachelor, but now I see that thou not only hast a wife that gives thee horn, but fixeth them to thy head.
Oh, what? How now, sir? Knight, hand by the horns, Fiver. This most injurious sight, pulling your head. For shame, let not all the world wonder at you.
Doctor, is this your villainy? Thou damned wretch and an execrable dog, bred in the concave of some monstrous rock! How darest thou abuse such a gentleman? Villain, I say, undo what thou hast done. Oh, yep, that, undo it.
Say not so, sir. The doctor has no skill, no art, no cunning with which to present these lords, your gracious majesty, Royal Alexander and his paramour. No, if Faustus do it, you are straight resolved in bold Actaeon's shape to turn a stag, and therefore, if it like your grace, I'll raise up a kennel of hounds! From their bloody fangs! Oh, Mephistopheles!
Don't you raise up a kennel of devils, I think, and on my lord, agree for me! Blood, I cannot endure such torment!
Oh, Master Doctor, I entreat you to remove his horns. I think you've done penance now sufficiently.
Not so much for injury done to me, but to delight your majesty with some mirth hath Faustus justly requited this injurious night, which being all I desire, I'm content to remove his horns. Mephistopheles, transform him, and sir, hereafter, look you speak well of scholars.
Speak well of ye? Splud and scholars be such cuckold makers as to clap horns on a gentleman of this order. Never shall I trust smooth faces and small ruffs again, and be I not revenged for this, might I be turned to a gaping oyster, yeah, and drink nothing but salt water. That's a good one.
Come, Master Doctor.
me. What? And live forever beloved and mighty Carolus. Come, here you go. Expect from me a bounteous reward.
Nay, sweet Benvolio, sway thy thoughts on attempts upon the conjurer.
Away! You love me not to urge me thus. Shall I let slip so great an injury when every servile groom feasts at my wrongs, and in their rustic gambols do proudly say, ha 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 ha, ho 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 ho, Benvolio's head was graced with horns today, ha ha ha. No. Never may these eyelids close again. Never may these eyelids close again till I have with my sword the conjurer slain. If you will aid me in this enterprise, then draw your weapons and be resolute. If not, then depart. But here will Benvolio die! Here will Benvolio die! No, well then, Faustus' death shall quit my infamy.
Nay, we will stay with you, betide what may, and kill that doctor if it comes as well.
Gentle Frederick, hie thee to the grove, and set our followers and our servants in an ambush there behind the trees. By this, I know the conjurer. Didn't say it again. I saw him kneel and kiss the emperor's hand, and take his leave, laden with rich rewards. Then, soldiers, boldly fight. If Faustus die, take you the wealth, but leave us the victory.
I'll to the grove, and whither that foul magician comes anon.
Whoever kills him shall have gold and endless love. Oh, my head is lighter than it was by the horns, and yet my heart more ponderous than my head, and pants until I see that conjurer dead.
Where should we place ourselves, Benvolio?
Oh, well, here shall we stay to fight the first assault. Oh, with that damned hellhound but in place, thou should seest me quit my foul disgrace.
Close, close! The conjurer's at hand, and all alone comes walking in his gown. Be ready. Strike that peasant down.
Yeah, well, mine be thine honour then. Now, gun. Strike home. For horns he gave, I'll have his head anon.
See, here he comes!
No words. Shh. This blow ends all. Hell take his soul, but his body thus must fall.
Oh, groan you, monster doctor!
Oh, break may his heart with injuries. See, dear Frederick, how I will end his griefs immediately.
Strike with a willing hand!
The devil's dead. Furies now may laugh.
Is this that stern aspect, that awful frown, makes a grim monarch of infernal spirits trip and drink?
Is this the head whose heart conspired Benvolio's shame before the emperor?
My, there's the head, and here the body lies. Justly rewarded for his villanies.
Come, let's devise how we may add more shame to the black scandal of this people.
Okay, well, first, on his head, in quittance of my wrongs, I'll nail huge forked horns, and let them hang above the door where once he yoked me first, that all the world may see my just revenge.
What use shall we put his beard to?
Oh, we'll sell them to a chimney sweeper. We'll go for 10 birching brooms. I warrant
And what do eyes do?
We'll put out his eyes, and they shall serve as but buttons to his lips.
And now, having divided him, what shall the body do?
Betray my life, make them stand!
Follow! Remove at my command and stand as bullocks twixt yourselves and me to shield me from this, your hated treachery! counter this. Your weak attempt. Nay, keep it. Faustus will have heads and hands from your hearts to recompense this deed. Knew you not, traitors, that I was limited for 24 years to breathe upon this earth, and had you hewed my flesh a bone as small as sand, yet in a minute and my spirit returned, and I had breathed a man made free from harm. But wherefore do I dally my revenge? Mephistopheles, come! Go horse these traitors on your fiery backs and mount aloft with them as high as heaven, and then pitch them headlong to the lowest hell. Nay, keep it. The world shall see their misery, and hell shall after plague their treachery. Go, demon, fly! Take this caitiff hence, and hurl him in some lake of mud and dirt. And now this other, drag her through the woods, amongst the sharpest thorns, the prickliest briars. What's lost? Sweet Mephistopheles. This traitor flies unto some steep rock that, falling down, may break the venom's bones, as he intended to dismember me. What art thou, Faustus? But a man condemned to die. Thy fatal time draws to a final end. Despair doth drive distrust into my thoughts.
Confound these passions with a quiet sleep.
Hush. Christ did call the thief so upon the cross.
Then rest thee, Faustus, quiet infant sleep.
No. Mephistopheles. The restless course the time doth run with calm and silent foot, shortening my days, and vital thread of life calls for payment of my latest years. Therefore, let us make haste to Wittenberg. Away!
I think my master means to die shortly. He hath made his will and given me his wealth, his house, his goods, his store of golden plate beside 2,000 ducats ready coined. I wonder what he means by this. If death were nigh, he would not frolic thus, for he was at supper with the scholars, and there was such belly cheer as Wagner in his life never saw the like. See how they come. Belike the feast is gone.
About fair ladies, which is the most beautifulest in the land. Well, we have determined amongst ourselves that Helen of Greece is the most admirable that ever lived.
Wherefore, if you will do us that favour, Master Doctor, of letting us see that peerless Dame of Greece in all the world admires your majesty, then we should think ourselves very much belonging unto you.
Gentlemen, for that I know your friendship is unfeigned, it's not in Faustus' custom to deny the just request of those that wish him well. You shall behold that peerless Dame of Greece, north of pomp and majesty, that when Sir Paris crossed the seas with her, brought rich spoils to Dardania. Be silent, then. Dangerous in words.
Is that fair? And who does my work?
Oh, yeah. Made Greece 10 years war.
Oh, too simple is my wit to tell her praise when all the world admires her majesty.
Oh, no marvel that the Greeks received with what? 10 years the rape of such a queen. Oh! All heaven for beauty.
Now that we've seen this pride of nature's works, only paragon of excellence, let us depart, and for this glorious deed, happy and blessed be Faustus.
Gentlemen, farewell. The same I wish to you. Mephistopheles, what's that?
Dr. Faustus, that I might prevail to guide thy steps unto the way of life, by which sweet path thou mayst attain the goal that shall conduct thee to celestial rest.
This but a small matter.
Break heart, drop blood, and mingle it with tears. Tears falling from repentant heaviness of thy most vile and loathsome filthiness, the stench whereof corrupts the inward soul with such flagitious crimes and heinous sins. There's no commiseration may expel, but mercy, Faustus, of thy Saviour sweet, whose blood alone must wash away thy guilt.
Gracious lady, be not so furious. Come, you shall have wine. Be it, you've taken no pleasure in these delights, therefore I pray you, tell me, what is the thing you desire? Be it in the world, it shall be yours.
Faustus, good Master Doctor, I see your courteous intent to pleasure me. I will not hide from you the thing my heart desires.
Then leave him!
Now, gentle Faustus, leave this damned art, this magic that will charm thy soul to hell and quite bereave thee of salvation. Though thou hast now offended like a man, do not persevere like a devil. Yet, if thou hast an amiable soul, if sin by custom grow not into nature, then Faustus, will repentance come too late, then thou art banished from sight of heaven. No mortal can express the pains of hell. It may be this, my exhortation seems at all harsh and unpleasant, let it not. For, gentle son, I speak it not in wrath or envy of thee, but in tender love and pity of thy future misery. And so have hope that this, my kind rebuke, checking thy body, may amend thy soul.
Where art thou, Faustus? Wretch, what hast thou done?
Damned art thou, Faustus.
Damned, despair, and die. Hell claims his right. With a roaring voice, says...
Faustus, come, thine hour is...
Faustus will come to do thee right.
Oh, stay, good Faustus. Stay thy desperate steps. I see an angel hover o'er thy head, and a vial full of precious grace offers to pour the same into thy soul. Then call for mercy and avoid despair.
Sweet friend, I feel thy words. To comfort my distressed soul, leave me a while to ponder on my sins.
Faustus!
Nothing but vex him more, and thou must taste hell's pains.
Oh, what will all thy richest pleasures and pomps avail thee now?
Wretch, Faustus, what have I done? I do repent! Yes, I do despair. Hell fights with grace for conquest in my breast. Tell me, what shall I do to shun the snares of death?
Thou traitor, Faustus! I arrest thy soul for disobedience to my sovereign lord!
Oh, where's mercy now?
Turn, or I'll in piecemeal tear thy throat.
Sweet friend, entreat thy lord to pardon my unjust presumption. With my blood again, I will confirm the former vow I made to Lucifer and keep that vow I made.
Do it then, Faustus, with unfeigned heart, lest greater dangers do attend thy drift.
Torment, sweet friend, that base and crooked girl that durst dissuade me from my vow with greatest torment that our hell affords.
Accursed Faustus, miserable man!
Her faith is great, I cannot touch her soul. But what I may afflict her body with, I will attempt.
Which is but little worth. Faustus, with grief of heart, I fear not the enemy of thy hapless soul.
One thing, good servant, let me crave of thee to glut the longing of my heart's desires, that I may have unto my paramour that heavenly Helen, which I saw of late, whose sweet embraces may extinguish clear those thoughts that durst dissuade me from my vow and keep the former promise I made to Lucifer.
This, or what else my Faustus shall desire, shall be performed in the twinkling of an eye.
Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of Ilium? Sweet Helen, make me immortal with a kiss. Her lips suck forth my soul. See where it flies. Helen, Give me my soul again. Here will I dwell. For heaven is in these lips, and all is dross that is not hell. I will be Paris, and for love of thee, instead of Troy shall Wittenberg be sacked, and I will combat with weak Menelaus, wear thy plumed colours on my crest. Yea, I will wound Achilles in the heel, and then return to Helen for a kiss. Thou art fairer than the evening's air, clad in the beauty of 1,000 stars. Brighter art thou than flaming Jupiter, when he appeared to hapless Semele. More lovely art thou than the monarch of the sky in wanton Alethur's azure arms and none, but thou shalt be my paramour.
Oh, poor, foolish Faustus. From thy soul excludes the grace of heaven and fliest the throne of his tribunal seat. Oh, Faustus, if thou had given ear to me, innumerable joys had followed thee, but thou didst love the world. Now thou hast lost celestial happiness, pleasures unspeakable bliss, without end. Hadst thou affected sweet divinity, hell, all the devil had had no power over thee. Hadst thou kept on that path, Faustus, behold, in what resplendent glory thou hast set in yonder throne like those bright, shining saints, and triumphed over hell. That hast thou lost. The jaws of hell are open to receive thee.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver.
Satan begins to sip with her pride, as in this furnace God shall try my faith. My faith, vile hell, shall triumph over thee! Ambitious speed! See how the heavens smiles at your repulse and laughs your state to scorn! And now, poor soul, must this good angel leave thee? Hence, hell! But hence I fly unto my God!
Thus from this do we ascend to view the subjects of our monarchy. Those poor souls which sin seals, the black suns of hell. Among this chief, Faustus, oh, we come to thee, bringing with us lasting damnation to wait upon thy soul. Oh, the time is come that makes it forth.
And here this gloomy night will the wretched Faustus be.
And here we'll stay, to mark in how he doth demean himself.
How should he, but in desperate lunacy, upon worldly? Now his heart blood dries with grief, his conscience kills it, and his labouring brain begets a world of idle fantasies, all to overreach the devil, but all in vain. His store of pleasures must be sourced with pain. He and his servant Wagner are at hand, and come from drawing Faustus' latest will. See where they come.
Say, Father, thou hast perused my will. How does thou like it?
Sir, so wondrous well, as in all humble duty I do yield my life and lasting service for your love. But, worthy Faustus, methinks your looks are changed.
Father.
What ails Faustus?
Sweet chamber fellow, had I lived with thee, then I had lived still, but now I must die eternally. So, comes she not?
Oh, Faustus! Will our pleasure turn to melancholy? He is not well with me that is solitary. If it be so, Faustus, we shall have physicians, and you shall be cured. Is but a surfeit, sir.
A surfeit of deadly sin that hath damned both body and soul.
Faustus, look up to heaven and remember that mercy is infinite.
But Faustus' offences can never be pardoned. The serpent that tempted Eve may be saved, but not Faustus. Gentle friend, hear with patience. Tremble not at my speeches. Though my heart pants and quiver, to remember I have been a student here these 30 years. But I've never seen Wittenberg, never read a book. And all the wonders I have done, Germany couldn't see, yea, the world, for which Faustus hath lost both Germany and the world. Nay, heaven itself. Heaven itself! The seat of God, the throne of the blessed, the kingdom of joy, and now must remain in hell forever, in hell. Forever. Gentle friend, what shall become of Faustus, being in hell forever?
But Faustus, call on God.
On God. Faustus hath abjured, on God whom Faustus hath blasphemed. Oh God. I would weep, but the devil draws in my tears and gush forth blood. Sped tears, she stays my tongue. I would lift up my hands, but you see, they hold me. They hold him.
Who, Faustus?
Lucifer. Mephistopheles. Father, I gave them my soul for my cunning.
Oh, God forbid.
God forbade it indeed, but Faustus hath done it. For the vain pleasure of 24 years hath Faustus lost eternal joy, felicity, but now must remain in hell forever. I writ them a bill with mine own blood. The date is expired, this is the time, and she will fetch me.
Why did Faustus not tell us of this sooner? The divines might have prayed for thee.
I have thought to have done so. The devil threatened to tear me in pieces if I named God to fetch me body and soul, if I once gave ear to divinity, and now it is too late. Father, farewell, lest you perish with me.
What may I do to save Faustus?
Talk not of me to save yourself and depart.
I will stay with thee. God will strengthen me. I will stay with Faustus.
Pray for me. Pray for me. What noise soe'er you hear, come not unto me, for I fear nothing can save me.
Pray thou, and I will pray that God has mercy on me.
Father, farewell. If I live till morning, I'll come and visit you. If not, Faustus is gone to hell. Father, farewell. Faustus, now thou hast but one bare hour to live, and then thou must be damned perpetually. Stand still, you ever-moving spheres of heaven, that time may cease, and midnight never come. Fair nature's eye, rise, rise again. Let this hour be but a year. Month, week, a natural day, that Faustus may repent and save his soul. Run slowly! Slowly, you horses of the night! The clock will strike time right and the devil will come. I'll leap up to heaven. Push me down. See, Christ's blood streams in the firmament. One drop would save my soul, half a drop. Oh, my Christ, rend not my heart for naming of my Christ, yet will I call on him. Spare me! Lucifer. Where is it now? 'Tis gone. And see! Oh God, stretches out his arm, bends his ireful bows. Mountains, hills, come, fall on me and hide me from the heavy wrath of heaven. No, then will I headlong run into the earth. Will not harm me. You stars that reigned at my nativity, whose influence hath allotted death and hell, now draw up Faustus, like a foggy mist, into the entrails of yon labouring cloud, that when you vomit forth, my limbs may issue from your smoky mouth, but let my soul mount and ascend to heaven.
Nay, Faustus, 'tis too late, for despair, and think only on hell, for that must be thy mansion there to dwell.
Bewitching fiend, 'twas thy temptation hath robbed me of eternal happiness.
I do confess it, Faustus, and rejoice. 'Twas I that when thou wert in the way to heaven dammed up thy passage, and when thou tookst the book to view the scriptures, I turned the leaves and led thine eye. Oh, what weepest thou? 'Tis too late. Despair. Farewell. Those that laugh on earth most weep in heaven. Now, Faustus, let thine eyes with horror stare into that vast, perpetual torture. That ever-burning chair is for war-touched souls to rest themselves in. Those that were fed with sops or flaming fire were gluttons and loved only delicates, and loved to see the poor starve at their gates. There are the Furies, tossing damned souls on burning forks, their bodies broil in lead. There are live corpses broiling on the coals that ne'er can die. Yet, all of these are nothing. Thou shalt see 10,000 tortures more horrid than...
I've seen enough to torture me.
Nay, you must feel them. Taste the smart of all. He that loves pleasure must for pleasure for...
Half the hour is past. 'Twill all be past, anon. If my soul must suffer for my sins to impose some end to my incessant pain, let Faustus live in hell 1,000 years, 100,000, and at last be saved. No end is limited to damned souls. Why was not I a creature without soul? Or why is this immortal that I hast? That this soul should fly from me, and I be changed into some brutish beast. All beasts are happy, for when they die, their souls are soon dissolved in elements, but mine must live still to be plagued in hell. Cursed be the parents that engendered me! No. Faustus, curse thyself. Curse Lucifer, that hath deprived thee of the joys of heaven. It strikes. It strikes. Now, our body, return to air, or Lucifer will quick burn thee to hell. My soul is be changed into some small water droplets that may fall into the ocean and there be found. My God, I'm not so fierce. On me, others, serpents, let me breathe a while. Ugly hell, came not. Come not, Lucifer. I'll burn my books. Mephistopheles,
Such a dreadful night was yet never seen since first the world's creation did begin. Such fearful shrieks and cries were yet never heard. The devils whom Faustus served have taken him thus. For 'twixt the hour of 12 and 1, methought I heard him shriek and call aloud for help, at which self-time the house felt all on fire with the dreadful horror of these damned fiends. And though poor, wretched Faustus's end be such that every Christian heart laments to think upon, yet no, he was a scholar, still renowned in German schools for wondrous knowledge. We shall give this unhappy man due burial, and all the students clothed in mourning blacks shall wait upon his heavy funeral.
Cut is the branch that might have grown full straight, and burned is Apollo's laurel bough that sometimes grew within this learned man.
But Faustus is gone. Regard he is hellish for.
Whose speedful fortune may extort the wise only to wonder at unlawful things, and whose deepness doth entice such forward wits to practice more than heavenly power permits.